The new Traffic Act that comes into effect on the 1st of December has been received with a lot of criticism, especially from the public transport operators. Matatu Drivers and Conductors Association is terming the new rules as completely out of reality.
Unasikia hata ya kwamba dereva akipatikana akipeleka gari ambao hakuwa authorized anapigwa fine ya shilingi 1500. Mtu ambaye alikuwa anataka kukuja kutafuta shilingi 50 angalau apate uga ama afungwe jela miaka 10. Huo ni unyanyasi ambao hatuwezi kukubali.
Major grievances are the high penalties that come with the new traffic rules. According to the Traffic Act, overlapping and obstruction will attract a fine of between 100,000 to 300,000 Kenyan shillings or 1 year jail term. Careless driving will attract a penalty of $500,000 or 10 years in jail, while careless driving causing death will fetch a life imprisonment.
You fine a driver or a motorist 100,000 or $1 million. Huyo mjamaa atakifanywa harambee hazitatosha. In other words, you are confining him right to the jail. That's why we are calling for the moderation of these penalties, so that we discuss, yes, because tunataka kuzingatia usalama barabarani.
Appeal to the President and Parliament to reconsider this act. And we know that it is a process, but can it be reconsidered? Because if there are no proper structures to support the same, then it will be in futility. Because what is going to happen is there will be no proper enforcement. That is our concern.
It's alleged that the high penalties will create more avenues for corruption to thrive within the police force, since any officer can take control of the transport sector. The Matatu stakeholders are calling for measures to be put into place to oversee the law enforcement.
Hii sheria imempa askari yeyote kibali kusika watu ambao wanavuja sheria za barabara. Nataka niwaambie wenye waliweka hiki dole, kwa sababu tumeshawaelezea. This is a disaster in waiting. Kwa sababu abiria atakuwa anaingia kwa gari, hata labda yeye ni kunyoa tu, amenyoa vizuri, amejifanya askari, akilipishwa pesa anaanza kukuambia nitakupeleka ndani, you are overspeeding, unatutusi. Ndio apewe kitu kidogo, sababu inajulikana ile pesa ambayo anafaa atoe.
Traffic officers ni wachache. Mbona wasiongeze idadi ya traffic officers? If they are few. How on earth would you bring an AP recruited the other day aje audit road safety issues? Hiyo namfungulia, unamwambia kwa sababu hapa kwa watu ushiba, hata wewe nenda ukashibe.
Self-regulate and be able to come in hard on areas of indiscipline. No, we are letting everything to be done by traffic policemen. But we need empowerment to the circles that has already been put in place, so that they can have teeth to bite to say, this driver is been suspended for a certain period of time and is not going to work anywhere, and it holds water. So, and at the same time, our appeal here is just set it aside. Let's set institutions that will enforce, that will be able to receive the enforcement.
Training in driving schools has also been put to task, since they do not comply with the international standards.
The government should put up an institution that will qualify individuals into driving public transport. We know very well that what it requires mostly, they could be good drivers, but there are areas that need formal education and formal training on PR, on customer care, on defensive driving. So there should be an institution, and I'm sure any person who would want to work in Matatu industry is willing to pay to have a training, because it adds value to their CVs.
The new traffic rule was put into place to reduce road accidents, especially during the festive season. It's also intended to end impunity in the transport sector, but it remains unclear on the way forward after its rejection. A meeting between the Ministry of Transport and Matatu Welfare Association is expected to take place on Monday and Tuesday. Henry Maina, GBS News.
Habari zenu.